Okay, of Supreme Ambient Light Rejection Screen Paint using Ambient Light Rejection Technology Gain. All our orders are done. My table's clean. I got a few orders on, not orders, but I got a few extra containers of paint left. But those are first come, first serve for next week. Anyway, so let's talk about what we have coming. So today I had to do something pretty crazy today. I had to leave my house. I have not left my house since March the 11th. Actually, been in my house since March the 11th. And today, me and the driver went down to the post office and I applied for a post office box. Now, I applied for the information online, but I had to go down and show up in person because you cannot get that box unless you show proof of ID and your lease so you can get those keys. Now, the reason why I got those keys is because I had to do a lot of ordering, especially overseas, on getting and sample sheets that I need to get my hands on to start doing testing against that blue technology we're working on. And of course, we're going to be doing some of this again from the other newer screens we have here now. Now, there's a particular company called Linux or Linux, whatever. They claim to be one of the, be able to produce an amazing contrast level, have the ability to be able to produce an ambient light rejection technology or so forth. But we'll find out when we get it here because we're going to put it against black technology and see exactly how it pans up with contrast levels, being able to produce we're going to do some contrast demonstrations outside on that screen because right now I'm doing the research on it right now. The company, YouTube videos, anything we can track down on it that we can basically bring it over here and put it in with the rest of the group. Now, as for Crow's screen paint or Jamie's screen paint, yes, it will be ordered this Friday. I'll be picking up the Personal Mix or Frankenstein. Now, as I said before, this is going to be a bit of an uphill battle because getting paint from this fellow is actually quite difficult. As I said before, if he wants to get our product, it's not a problem. You go straight to our website, place the order. It'll be taken care of, just like I take care of orders every Friday. But for this particular individual, getting items from him has been hard in the past. We've had YouTube videos where we actually displayed him actually canceling orders and even going as far as actually taking down his eBay store to make sure we couldn't place an order again. So I will be actually placing the order. I will be also contacting Jamie to let him know exactly what products I do want. I will be basically displaying the email live to show you exactly this is what we have requested from him. I got right now, my friend, the driver, is sending me multiple messages because she's the one that took me down, but she wants to do some gaming right now. And I can't do gaming right now because I need to relax my system because my anxieties are freaking to the roof right now because, like I said, I haven't left my house since March the 11th. And things got a little crazy out there for me because, like I said, I'm not used to being out there like that. So right now, for me to do videos calms me down, allows me to be able to relax. Believe it or not, my work relaxes me. So anyway, so yes, I think Friday we're going to put in the order for either the Frankenstein or the Personal Mix. Really doesn't make a difference to me on what we get over here. If he sends us more of that black UB mix, which he did the last time when we requested the Personal Mix, he sent us something completely different. It really doesn't make a difference. Whatever you bring down here, it's going to go against that blue screen. So let's see how hard it is to basically get this paint from him. Because like I said, it is a bit of an uphill battle with getting a product from him. I don't know why he doesn't want it coming here. I don't know why. You know, demonstrations are done here, are done fair, they're done by the book. Maybe they're a bit too brutal for him. I don't know, but it's going to be done. So if we can't get the product here, you definitely know why we can't get our hands on it. Now, like I said, I will be displaying every email conversation we will be having back and forth through eBay. So you can see the conversations and what he's saying back and forth to me to make sure we get this item. I'm not going to have to go through this with everybody else. I'm about 5 other people I'm buying paint from on eBay, and I'm not having this problem. I can go right in there, order what I want, be done with it, be in my shopping cart, and it'll be in my house, and I'm done with it. On the other hand, this one's going to be a bit of an uphill battle because we did it already before. So chances are a few things are going to happen. Either he's going to cancel my order. He's going to say he doesn't have it in stock. He's going to say he's going to keep the money and then refuse to ship out the product, which I had text messages on that, which I never displayed. We have a lot of interesting literature from Crow. So text messages explaining he's not going to ship out our item, and therefore I had to go to PayPal and I had to file a complaint to get my money back because he wasn't going to send anything to us. So let's see how hard it is, number one, to get my item. Number two, let's see what that shipping cost is going to cost. I'm curious when that box gets here. I'm hoping it says $23 and not $13.40. What else? That's basically about it. So you got the update. You know what's going on. The other company right now, I will be talking to them on Monday. I'll be calling them. I will be requesting a sample sheet, whatever it costs, we'll pay for it. Not a problem. And I guess there's a few other companies like Elite Screens, and they have a Yardmaster screen because I do have to do a few demonstrations outside. The Yardmaster, I would need that screen because I can't do any demonstrations against the screens they already have. They're not designed to be used for outside. Oh, and by the way, the picture you're seeing right now is being used on my 1500 lumen projector by Panasonic in a fully lit environment. As I told you before, in any of our demonstrations, we always make sure that everything is done in a fully lit environment. And there's my projector right there, so you can see it for yourself. That is my Panasonic projector. I think that's the, let me get it over here so you can see this crystal clear. There you go. That's the PTAE 2000U. You see how much light comes in from my kitchen and hits my screen? You see how well lit this environment is? This is where his screen is going to have to sit. Now, you've seen already, we did a demonstration there. We have his personal mix, but I got a small sample of it on when last time I paid from him. But we don't have any more, so I have to buy more from him. So he's going to see an order come across under Kenneth Bird from my PayPal account, and that will be on Friday. I will contact you ahead of time to let you know. Feel free to call me if you want to. You can speak to me. I have my number right there on the website, so feel free to give me a call. I do not want any specific instructions about your product. I do not want instructions as in what projectors I can use. I can't use it in an ambient lit environment. Do not use contrast. No. All the screens that will be coming through here will be going through the same rigorous test our screens have to go through. So there should not be an excuse and there should not be instructions. And besides, it's not bright in here. It's not a lot of light in here. It's like everyday ambient light in the environment. How is this considered to be a bright environment? Now we're out there, that's a different story, but it's everyday light. How would you have a problem producing an image in here? Because you don't do your images with the lights on, that's why. And if you basically design a screen to be in the dark, and it's not designed to take on ambient light, then guess what? Good gracious, how many freaking messages does this person have to send me? I gotta start notifications, I really do. Oh, she's sending me pictures of the little girl, my little buddy, my sugar bear. But anyway, so yeah, so bottom line is, like I said, I don't want to hear any excuses or any instructions, none of that nonsense. I don't want to hear it. We're going to actually read through that other technology, Linux or Linux or whatever they call that screen. I got to read through their stuff because I got to see if they're compatible with ultra short throw or short throw projectors. Matter of fact, I'll call the company tomorrow on Monday and I'll talk to somebody down there and find out exactly what projectors are used best with their screens. Chances are, if it's having a problem with, well, it's not having a problem with ultra short throw because I saw the demonstration on the P1. So it doesn't have a problem with that. So that's right there. But I want to see how that screen, it's a silver screen. It's not going to do well automatically from the door. I have one company. Let me tell you that screen reminds me of. It reminds me of a Seymour AV 1.3. You ever seen a Seymour AV 1.3? It's a really, really, really kind of shiny, reflective silver surface. I have one here. So I'm kind of curious. I gotta start getting a better setup. Seymour AV 1.3. Here we go. So I have one here under a Seymour AV 1.3 right there. I told you I have every sample sheet you can literally get your hands on. I mean, when I say I collect and I go out and do my research, I collect from everybody. It's not just Crow. People say, oh, you're just going after Crow. No, not just Crow. I go after every company I can get my hands on because I need to test my technology against theirs. Now, Crow, that's not really testing my product against theirs. That's just basically coming in and showing him that stay in your lane. That's all about staying in your lane. Because if you don't stay in your lane, I will do this to your screen. That's what that's all about. But these companies right here, this is credit that actually goes back to my company. If I basically do a side-by-side demonstration to a black diamond and my screen dominates a black diamond, You know what level that puts me at? The simple fact that I have documentation from them on a particular certain matter that happened back in 2015 already boosts my credit. So every time one of those big companies want to send me some little letter from their attorney saying, hey, look, you would stay away from our technology. If you go near it again, we'll sue your pants off. That right there doesn't scare me, because what that does at the end of the day, it shows that basically I can ruffle your feathers. That's what it shows me. So don't send a letter. Now, as long as I'm not slandering your technology, saying, oh, it's garbage, it's trash, you're a scammer, and I'm not doing stuff like that, then you couldn't touch me with a 10-foot pole. But as long as I'm doing a side-by-side demonstration, if I show a video showing contrast and your screen can't produce it, that's not my fault, that's your fault. Now, this is me talking to the companies. So if Screen Innovation, if you decide that you ever want to basically put your hat in the ring and send us a sample of any of your screens, I would love to do a demonstration against our Extreme Black, that Sun Killer we developed, and that blue. Anytime. If you have any outdoor screens, I'll take those too. And if you want me to pay for them, not a problem. I told you I wasn't playing around, that I was basically going to be hunting screens down. That screen called Nox, N-O-X, I think that's what it's called. I'll be placing an order with you very soon. That's why I got the P.O. box set up. Yeah, I told you, when I come to dedicating myself to getting something done, I will go over and beyond to get it done, which means I walked out of this house. Last time I left this house was March the 11th. Think about it. So in order for me to get this done and move to this next level with this technology, I have to be able to prove that it can take on everybody. So in order to do that, I have to basically override my own fears and anxieties, get into a vehicle, drive to a post office, stand behind a bunch of people, sit there and fill out these forms so I can get a post office box to get this stuff shipped to this address. And then come home knowing that everything is going to trigger off my head on every section. Came in the house, took all my clothes off, threw them in the washer and dryer, washed everything down with bleach, went through a freaking fit. My mind was triggering off like crazy. I had to calm myself down and relax, sit down, watch some of those AMSR videos. They always relax me, and just try to just breathe slowly and calm down. Because the last thing I want to do is end up in the hospital, but it's worth it. It was worth it to get what I needed to get done. So if I'm willing to push myself to go beyond that level, how much more am I willing to actually push my technology to push it to the next level to make sure that I can basically beat everything out there? And that's my goal this year, is to beat everything out there. And then turn around and charge the screen for a reasonable price that everybody can afford it. Which means big companies like that can't come down to that level. Because you have to understand, you have a company that's charging $5,000, $6,000 for a projection screen. They got a certain cash flow that's going through. They got a certain capital that's going through. They can't turn around and go break their screens and bring them down to $300 or $200. It'll cause train wrecks. They can't do that. But I can do that because I can develop a formula that will allow me to coat any surface and mimic your technology. You have to pay for these expensive fabrics and reflective materials that cost a lot of money. I don't. I can have a screen made out of, think about it, because we designed the coating, we can make a screen out of recyclable water bottles, melt all those bottles down and convert them into sheets of plastic and turn them into wallpaper projection screens. Would cost me nothing, which means water bottles are all over the place. To recycle them, they're all over the place. My company can bring them in, recycle them, melt them down, turn them into screens, and basically coat it with the technology that can blow out any high-tech screen. I can go to eBay right now. I can spend $68 for a cheap projection screen. Well, I have one upstairs, a motorized projection screen for $68, including shipping. And I used it to blow out a $3,000 Dark Star 9. So yes, that's what we're heading for. We're heading to basically build our own fixed frame. I want my own fixed frame projection screen. I want my own motorized projection screen with my company's name on it. I want to be able to have a tension projection screen that a customer can afford easily. Not worrying about if he has to cough up $4,000 or $5,000 for a projection screen. Doesn't have to worry about if he has to have a high caliber or expensive projector. The ambient light in the environment is not going to disrupt the screen's picture quality. Seymour AV Matinee Silver. Now keep in mind, I have nothing against any of these companies. It's just that I wanted to see how I stack up. Now, I explained to you before that, I had a little training back in the day. A little bit of training. My grandfather was a three-time grandmaster. Taekwondo, Chuk and Hapkido. He did a little judo back in the day, but not a lot of it. I think he was a brown belt in judo, but everything else, grandmaster. I was trained under him. Now, the funny thing about it is, when we were trained, we didn't train white belt to white belt, green belt to green belt, blue belt to blue belt. It was more like one belt, one rank up higher. So if I was a white belt, I was trained against somebody who was a yellow belt. If I was a yellow belt, I was trained with somebody who was a green belt. If I was a green belt, I was trained with somebody who was a blue belt. If I was a blue belt, then was a brown belt, then was a black belt. I was always trained with somebody one rank higher than me. And yeah, every day I got my butt kicked. Every freaking day. A fighter who's way more advanced than I am, he kicked my butt every single day I'd come in the house. What the freak am I doing this for? But then when I went to tournament and I fought somebody who was the same rank as me, easy fight. Because I was used to fighting a harder component. Or not component, a harder fighter. I was used to fighting a person that was way more advanced than me. So when I got in the ring with somebody who was basically same rank, I could take him easy because I was used to training under a different fighter. Ah, there you go. Yep. Long time ago. All right, let's see. What do we need to do here? Yeah, there's no shortcuts. We do nothing but cut your throat. That's what shortcuts will do in the end. And these big companies, they do their technology under white screens. I will never understand to this day why they base their technology off white screens. White screens are very easy screen to build and beat. I'm gonna do a real funny demonstration. I'm gonna get an all-white screen, right? I'm gonna get an all-white screen. And I'm gonna go down and get some bare silver screen. I'm not even gonna paint the screen. I'm gonna take the paint, I'm gonna put drop cloth. I don't want to get paint on my grass. And I'm not even gonna paint the screen. I'm gonna take the bucket and I'm gonna just splatter it all over the side of the screen. Now I ain't gonna paint it. They're gonna watch a movie off with it. And you'll see exactly where everywhere I splatter that screen with that gray paint, it's a much more higher improvement than the white screen. So if I can do that, what makes you think one of these basically has any credibility of basically showing off their technology versus a white screen? All right, so we have Seymour AV 1.3. Now, keep in mind, the fellow I met the fellow over at Seymour AV. He's a real nice person, a really, really nice person. So this is in no way disrespect toward his product whatsoever. It's just showing the difference between our screen when it comes to contrast levels versus the Seymour AV 1.3. Other than that, the fellow I met him before, he's a really good, nice person, real family guy, real cool guy. And I do like the Seymour AV 1.3. But actually, one of the screens actually put me on the road of actually working with silver technology. All right, I want a pizza like so bad. Pizza! Oh, sorry about that. I really have a bad habit of going in circles. And you think I'm joking when I tell you that I have crows in my backyard. You hear that? That's a crow. It's probably right up. It's probably as close as it. He's probably right in the backyard. How close is he at? Usually I don't hear him that close. He's real close. There, he's right there. I told you he's real close. I get him in the yard. Big black crows. They make a lot of noise. All right, so, because that's some people talking about, oh, you're just being nasty. No, I literally have crows in my backyard. As a matter of fact, right there on that gate that you're seeing right there, I had a red-tailed hawk land right there. Right on that gate. Huge red-tailed hawk land right there. So yeah, we get all kinds of wildlife, especially since I've been feeding all the animals. But there you go. That's a Seymour AV 1.3 contrast demonstration. If I drop my lights, it's all going to react the same way. We'll go with a matinee black. Matinee black, I think is one of the newest screens they developed. It's a little darker than the Seymour AV 1.3. So here we are. Keep the lights up. Matinee black. Well, matinee silver. Sorry, it's a matinee silver. Matinee black would be a little bit darker. There we go. Now, projector I'm using right now is a Panasonic projector at 1500 lumens. Has a 16,000 to 1 contrast. Request of a challenge we asked Mr. Jamie to do. Well, since he has that 1,000,000 to 1 contrast on the P1, he should be able to display a star-filled demonstration in a fully lit environment. Cinema Gray 5D. Cinema Gray. So you're talking about a projector that has only a 16,001. This just shows you, even if you buy a projector, most people say, okay, I got 16,001 contrast. I'm going to be able to produce black levels. No, you're not. You're going to produce shades of gray. That's what you're going to produce. Or maybe there's too much light in the environment. So the first thing they'll do is, I guarantee you, if somebody had this house, the first thing they'll do is they'll put a curtain right across here. This is where they're going to put a curtain right across there because they don't want any light coming in. And then they'll probably come over here. This window light's here. They'll probably put a curtain right across here too. You know, then you got light coming through the kitchen. So then you're going to have to put a curtain across here. So I guess they're going to put a curtain everywhere in the environment. And I doubt they're going to use the overhead to light because there's too much light coming off the overhead light. So they'll probably put a lamp, probably some condensed lighting, put a lamp there and probably one over there. And then they'll put one over in that corner and not there because that's too close to the screen. Or they could bring them farther out this way. And then that way they'll be coming down here, but they won't be touching the screen. Because, you know, in condensed lighting, you can move the lighting back and forth. I used to have move the lighting back and forth. So what they'll do is they'll shift the lights so they push them outward so the light's coming this way. They're not going to push them inward because it's going to make contact with the screen. I know about all that stuff. I know all those little tricks that people do. That's why when I had condensed lighting at the other house, I had to push toward the screen. So I would turn the projector off and you would see the light hitting the screen. All right, so we'll go with Cinema Gray. We'll go with the Cinema Gray 5D. Will be the next one. Put that right there. What are we getting? So that screen called Linux or Linux, I think it's Luixi or whatever, something like that. Linux, what the screen is called, whatever it is. Judging by the color of that screen and judging by the color of the personal mix, this is the outcome. So we do have a little bit of it left on my old sample sheet here. Pause that for a minute. And we'll take the personal mix and put it right there. See how old this is? It's way back. I'll have more. Trust me, I'll have a lot more. A lot more. Black technology is superior. That's it. That's the bottom line. It's far more advanced. It is. Technically, contrast level wise, it'll put every last one of our screens to shame. The 12 is one of the best. The Extreme is actually the higher version. Extreme is actually sold out. Now, the blue technology we developed, it's incredible. Even down to our black silver, which is a mid-level screen, and it still can actually take on a Dark Star 9 on a contrast demonstration, with the Dark Star 9 being 2 shades darker than that technology. But if you want to go against a 12, which Crow did, or Jamie did, I told him that was a big mistake. You do not want to go against that screen. So now we're going to know, because I'm going to get everybody down here. Everybody down here. I got more orders to do. Any company that's designing anything new, any kind of screen that's coming out, I'm going to get my hands on it. All right, so let's see if we can get our order completed. Because all the other companies, I'm not going to have a problem getting my product in. I'm not going to have that problem. He's the only one I'm going to have a problem with. He's going to fight me tooth and nail. So, like I said, if you got nothing to hide, you can just basically just give me the paint that I requested. I don't want to hear any cancellations and you can't get it and so and so and so. And I don't want to hear all that nonsense. Just basically, I'm going to place the order and that's it. Don't call my phone up unless it's about business. Call me up telling me I can cancel your order. Do you need the money? All right, then. I have stairs when I go upstairs. You understand? Not to be rude or disrespectful, but I have stairs. Actually, got another set of stairs to the attic. That's the stairs to the basement. So anyway, that's all I want. I don't want to hear any other complaints or any fussing or nonsense. I want this to turn into a messy situation. Just your money would transfer to your account and just give me the items which I have asked for. Another thing too, as I said before, do not harass my customers. You understand? If you want the product from us, you can order from the website. You will not be denied. I don't want to hear any dumb nonsense about you contacting my customers and trying to make deals with them by telling them, hey, look, if you give me some of the paint, I'll give you some of your paint. Let me explain something to you, buddy. When you do that and my customers contact me about this, I'm going to have them give you the paint and give me part of your paint that you gave to them, and I'm going to actually reimburse my customers with twice the amount. So if they give you one quart, they'll get two instead to make sure that either way, I'll get that product. So, like I said, one way or another, we'll get it. Like I said, if you want my product, easily, just go to the website and order it. Call me up or go to the website, you can order it. Not a problem at all. Website's right there. So don't give me any problems on getting this paint from you. So we're going to get that UB. I need the UB mix again. We need more testing on that. I need the personal mix. I want the Frankenstein I'm going to order first. And maybe the Metallica mix too. That too. I'll tell you one thing, that personal mix looks a lot like a Digital One Crystal screen paint. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my old screen paint from way back in the day. And yes, it did have glitter in it. I'm going to make it live so you can see what it looks like. I'm going to make that paint and paint it right alongside. I guarantee you it'll match. Oh, well, with that being said, I got to grab something to eat. I got things to do. I got to go upstairs and go buy my projector. I just talked to him. He just contacted me back. So he gave me the go-ahead to purchase a 7,000 lumen. Oh, I'm going to say the name of the projector. Can't tell you that yet. But anyway, these are the runoff orders, which means all the orders are done. They're out of here. Everybody's stuff is all sent off today. All your tracking numbers should be activating. Matt, a customer of mine, I need from you the date that you basically placed your order so I can go into PayPal and track you down because I can't find you. I know you're in there, but it makes it easier for me. So these two are belonging to Matt because Matt is supposed to get 2 quarts from us. So this is what we're left with. This is it. Unfortunately, the driver is gone. Everything's taken care of. So these orders will be set for next Friday. Also too, I might do a giant curve screen with the scanner, and we'll get a chance to play the 7,000. I got an ultra short though NEC coming in that I paid about $50 for. And on top of that, the gaming room, the arcade gaming room I'm actually in the process of and yeah, you're going to hear me. I'm painting my floor. So what am I painting my floor with? Well, you can't use the screen paint on it because keep in mind, you're going to have traffic walking back and forth and you're going to scuff and damage the screen. So I had to go on Amazon. I had to order some floor paint because I want the floor to be black. I'm not worrying about it other than that when I pull out from here because like I said, I'm purchasing the house. So pretty much, whatever I do in here, I can just do whatever I want to do in here. So I'm going to paint that floor black. I got me a Space Invader rug, arcade rug to go on top of it. You know what I mean? Something nice on top of it. And I'll be running LED lights around it to actually bring it up because I want that floor jet black to match the ceiling. So Monday, I should have my gaming PC in, and I'll start modifying that and getting that ready. And then we can do a demonstration on Tuesday with the whole arcade in full mode, which means I got to order more LED lights. All right, so that's taken care for Matt. Matt, like I said, if you're watching this demonstration, these are yours. All I need from you is I need the date when you place the order so I can go in and track it down and set you up. So I need from you. All right, with that being said, some of y'all might want to say, hey, well, you're picking on him. No, I'm not picking on him. No. So if I'm picking on him, I'm picking on everybody else. No, I'm not picking on him. It's a fair side-by-side demonstration. It's a fair review against our technology. If I'm going to display that blue technology and that screen's going to launch, I have to cover everything. That means I have to go after everything I can get my hands on. Black Diamond, Screen Innovation. If you're getting this message, let me know. And keep in mind, we revamped when the blue came out, it was a 12. It's a 15 now, which means we're increasing the screen's progress capabilities. It is nowhere near finished completion. When I get done with that screen, it is going to be absolutely insane. You already seen what it looks like now. That's nothing compared to what I got planned for that technology. It's going to be re-ramped again to make it even better than what it is. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I got to get out of here. That's like Macho Man. I slam it to a Slim Jim. Oh, yeah. All right, I got to go. God bless.